Hello! I'm going to show you today how to make a wreath sign. These are the supplies that you're going to be needing, and there's just a few that we're going to go over. First, you're going to make sure you have your wood glue, paintbrush. You've got here your stain. You're going to get a macrame hoop from Hobby Lobby. Different flowers. You've got a cable clamp. Those are going to be 1/4-inch cable clamps. This is going to be hardboard and some pine boards. You can use a single piece of board if you want. This hardboard can be gotten at Lowe's or Home Depot. It's left over from me making some signs this past week. First, you're going to measure your pine boards and you put them together. And you're going to just draw out where your hoop lands on that. My husband's helping me out here. Make sure that it's even on both sides, and then you're just going to draw your template just to make sure you don't lose your place when you go to put this thing together. He's measuring about 1 inch on either side of that. He's going to cut off the excess. Now he's going to put it together, making sure that you are lining up your edges. Here we are ripping down these pieces of hardboard to be able to put on the backs of these pines. He's measuring out 9 inches, which is what the length of the pine boards are. Now he's going to router out the troughs to put those in. He's going to glue, put the strips in, and then we're going to staple it down securely. Put a few in the middle. And you turn it over, and you're going to do a couple on the one side. Try not to do it on the other side because you will see it. He's going to take his planer and he is going to ease the corners. And again, don't forget that you cannot put those staples on both sides in the front because it will be shown. Because one side's going to have flowers, you see that. Then I give it a lot of sand. Now, when we started doing the staining, my husband forgot to stir, so he wanted to show you the difference between stirred and not stirred stain when you put it on. You do not really want to shake your cans of stain. You want to stir it. Look at the difference, it's crazy. So apply your stain all over and the edges. And then you're going to wipe off the excess and then let dry for a 24-hour period. Then I'm going to be taking care of the vinyl part. I've got it 16 by 7.5, which is going to give me exactly what I need to stay within the margins of the board. And that's what it's going to look like. I've got all of my wording inside that square, or the rectangle, excuse me. Now I'm going to cut it out. I do have a commercial size cutter, but I'm here applying this to my board now. I'll do another tutorial on all that later on my commercial cutter, but I'm going to apply it to the top of my wood. And these pieces of tape are basically, I'm going to toss them to the side and then put them in the front to cover up the wood, which is I'm doing now, to make sure I don't get any overspray on the wood. And now that it's protected, I'm going to take Mod Podge and I'm going to go over all of my wording, just all over every single bit of it, and then spray it. But while I'm spraying, I'm going to tell you that the Mod Podge actually keeps the spray, the white spray, from seeping into and bleeding out into that or under the stencil. You want to put 2 coats of the chalk paint, and then you can take off all of your tape. I actually forgot to get a picture of what it looked like after I'd peeled it away, but we turn it over and we are now applying the clamps to attach our hoop to the back of the wood. And you want to take the clamps, make sure you keep it measured and it's completely equal on both sides, but you want to take your clamps and you're going to screw them down. We put two in each corner, and you want them to be opposite directions of each other in each corner. That keeps it from moving and keeps it really secure. As you can see, it's not going anywhere. Now I'm going to take my floral and I'm cutting it into small manageable pieces. And you can use anything really, just whatever style you like of floral. I'm finding a little spot in the middle of these two screws under the hoop, and then grabbing one of the leaf stems to secure it to the back, and then around the front I'm going to be wiring the stem to the hoop itself. And now I'm going to be layering. I want to make sure that I don't want to just put my flowers down first. You have to build your layers. And you've got your greenery that you put down, and then I'm going to put my main flower in the middle. And then I'm going to put two medium-sized flowers on either side of that. And then I gave it a good staple under some of the petals to the board just so it be more secure. And then I'm going to add some complementary flowers to either side of the medium ones. They're a little bit smaller, different style. And I've noticed some holes that I really wanted to fill. And I'm going to be adding some baby ones to the front to give it a little bit more, to make it a little bit more full. And then there are some baby buds that I am going to put in the front to make it look a little more natural. And that's pretty much it. And there you have it. A wreath sign. Thanks for watching.